Something happened in Kimberly's life when she was 12 years old that completely rocked her world. It's Rob and Lizz, his morning crew on his radio. That's when she found out she and her mom have something in common. It's a very rare heart disease, and this disease causes the muscles to thicken in the heart. And there's a couple of things to do. Number one, you can't be active. Really can't do anything that will help cause this not to get so super bad. But the only thing that can really cure this is a transplant, complete transplant. So she's 12 years old. Fast forward to not too long ago, like 6 months ago, she finds the love of her life. And they're making all these plans and they're going to get married. And then something happened before they were going to get married.
Yeah, so she started getting really tired. Just some issues she hadn't really dealt with in a while because she had not been active and done those things. So anyway, goes to the doctor, finds out she needs to have that heart transplant. They find a heart. Like right today. You've got to get there today and have this surgery.
6 months after getting engaged, they're like, we want to get married, but our wedding's down the road. What's recovery going to be like? What do? They call the pastor immediately. They call some friends immediately saying, I'm going to get ready to have some heart transplant surgery. We're getting married right now.
Yeah, she went and grabbed a dress. I mean, he was wearing like khakis and a polo.
Right.
And somebody found him a bouquet. She had a couple of curls in her hair, but man, they were ready to get married. They had the surgery. You know, she's in full recovery. Right after they got married, drove to 4 hours away, had the surgery, complete success.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. And they got this beautiful life together. The doctor said it was so successful. You can be active. You can do anything that you want to do. Go live life.
That is a complete new lease on life, starting with her now husband. That's so sweet, and a new heart to love him with.
Rob and Lizz,
his morning crew.
5 of them, freshmen, sophomore, juniors, seniors, every one of them have received in Chicago. This is Chicago. A full ride to college.
Full ride.
Full ride. Talking about the books and the boarding and all that stuff. Good night.
I know. But that's not all. Not just the students, but one of their parents or guardians also gets to further their education.
My wife would jump all over that because she wants to continue. Yeah.
What does she want to study?
Everything. Just about everything. Yeah, they have this organization and they raised $1 billion to do this for 5 high schools in Chicago.
They want to do, the goal is 24,000 students with a free education and then 6,000 guardians or parents. And they're trying to, what they say is break a cycle where people are, there's not enough money to go to college, or they have to get a full-time job and they can't take the workload. And so they're trying to kind of close that gap a little bit and get these kids a quality education so they can kind of turn their lives, not their lives around, but maybe their place in life socioeconomically.
Man, I tell you, 3 of my kids went through college. Mm-hmm. One paid for their own. I mean, and the other went through the services. The other got a full ride. I got one more that's getting ready to go through, but I see the difference that it makes.
It makes a huge difference.
It does, yeah.
It teaches work ethic. It teaches so many different levels. Plus, they're more well-rounded because, especially if they can take multi-layered classes, and things that they wouldn't have ordinarily found out just in day-to-day life.
And let me tell you, being a parent that came from a rough background, I'm talking about myself, and has no education. I mean, I hit the streets early. That means I'm a high school dropout. Mm-hmm. I'm just lucky to be where I am. This is a God thing that I'm here and that my kids get to have their education. It just floors me. And to learn that these students in Chicago that probably come from really rough backgrounds too, now have their opportunity to do that.
And just seeing them get that news, they were all in gymnasiums at their high school when they got the news. They freaked out, a lot of tears, a lot of laughter. It was awesome.
Rob and Lizz,
his morning crew.
it might be a very pleasant surprise to find pies. Because she found pies in her yard. I mean, it was beautiful. It was wonderful that there was all this commotion that happened in her front yard. Because when she looked at her Ring camera, she's like, oh, wow, look at all these cows. And these cows are on my porch. There's a herd of cows, mind you. Cows are all over the porch. They're all over the lawn. They're eating her lawn. They're like,
they're grazing.
They're grazing the lawn. They're grazing the flowers, all the landscaping in front. They were so kind to make sure that even though they left some holes where they were, that a few of them left some pies for her, which was really kind. I mean, there's a lot of people who like pie.
Not that kind of pie.
So.
Not that. No.
A little cow patty or two. And they walk, I mean, and you see it, which is amazing because the cows are all over the neighborhood. They even walk in between houses. I mean, it wasn't just her.
No, there was a white, like mostly white cow with these black spots that just kind of walks up to the Ring camera, almost looks in it as to say, anybody home?
Yeah.
Anybody need milk?
Here.
I'm here to provide.
Patty's out in the lawn. Have at them. Thank you for allowing us to graze on your property. It was really nice. The thing is, she just had all the landscaping done.
Of course, that always seems to happen. But did somebody leave a gate open somewhere, or were they
Something
relocating?
Happened. I mean, they're all over that neighborhood at night, in the middle of the night.
Yeah, when they should be in the barn.
I mean,
isn't that where cows go
something
at night?
utterly went wrong.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
The Klein family about 11 years ago had really not that much knowledge about Down syndrome until their child was born. Brody was born with Down syndrome, and they didn't know there was a World Down Syndrome Day. They didn't know there were Down syndrome organizations. Like, when your child gets that diagnosis, obviously you jump right in, you're finding out, you're researching everything. What do I have to look forward to? How can somebody plug in and help? So it took a while, right? So now they're at a place where they want to help bring awareness to Down syndrome and to help other families through research and support and that kind of thing. So you know what they're doing? They're selling bath bombs.
Oh, for real?
I love
so good.
Have you ever used a bath bomb or
Nope.
Or the women
But
in your
I know what they are. I have a daughter and a wife.
Yeah. I love them. They can be a little pricey, and, you're not giving to any organization that's really doing any good that I know of, but they are selling Brody's Buddies bath bombs.
Good for them.
Yeah, they have a Facebook page and everything, and it does go to that research. It goes to promote awareness for Down syndrome and support for the families.
There's certain scents to these bath bombs, right?
Yeah, I mean, they have all kinds of different scents that you can get, and some that are made of oatmeal if you have sensitive skin. And
Oh, really? They go, okay, I guess I really don't know much about these bath bomb things.
Oh, yeah.
Oatmeal.
Yeah, because oatmeal, have you ever used a Vino moisturizer?
No.
Okay, so there's also a soak if you have sensitive
Irish
skin.
Spring and Dial. That's my speed, and that's all I do.
No, if you have sensitive skin, you have to use things like oatmeal, things that. But bath bombs, I got one for Christmas, had a surprise in the middle of it.
What does that mean?
It had like a little ring in the middle of, so when you put it in the bath and it explodes and it does its thing, and then you're just left with a little prize. It looked like from the bubble gum machine in the grocery store.
Oh, like a plastic
Like in
ring.
the little plastic,
Okay.
yeah.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
Indiana Jones 520 just wrapped up their production. Seems like it. This is their fifth one. And Harrison Ford is back in it again.
Well, he has to be. He is Indiana Jones. I didn't like the one with Shia LaBeouf so much. That was
Who?
Shia LaBeouf. He was like the young kid in the Indiana Jones. It was something about the skull. I don't remember. I didn't like it. It was weird.
I don't know actors' names. I know Harrison Ford.
You don't remember when Sean Connery was his dad?
Yeah, I remember that.
Okay, you know
that was
Sean
iconic. And that was iconic, but that was the late 80s.
Yeah, and that was the last good one to me. So I'm hopeful for this one.
Yeah, there was one where he's grown up and has an adult son.
Mm-hmm.
And now I guess this would be the last one of the whole thing because the guy's what, in his 70s?
I think it's like upper 70s.
So here's the thing. It's not coming out until next year. So it'll be summer of next year. It sounds like they're going to do a lot of work to make this thing look great.
Well, a high-action movie like that generally takes a little longer.
It does.
Animation and high action.
Just brings back a lot of memories for me being a kid. Watching Indiana Jones, yeah.
Did you play Indiana Jones in the backyard?
Of course.
Like with your friends? Oh,
I
right?
had the whip.
Yes.
I had the fedora.
The hat.
I had it all.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
I wonder, what is the thing that God used in your life to turn it around for you? Here's this one restaurant, and they got a niche. Their niche is miniature railroad. So they got all these little miniature railroad.
Which is kind
What
of
do
cool.
you call them? Am I calling it the
Yeah,
right
like
thing?
model trains.
That's it, model
Yeah.
trains, miniature model trains, railways. That's at their, and they started to tank in their business because when COVID hit originally, everything shut down. Not a lot of people were going, so they almost like shut down completely. The stray cats start coming around, and then the stray cat became a fixture. The little kitten became a fixture at this one restaurant. They adopted it. His name's Simba.
He's so cute, and he would lay around where the model trains are, and so if you look at the tiny little model trains and then the big cat,
Yeah.
it looked like some sort of movie that was going on.
Simba's mom showed up one day.
Well, yeah, she was looking for him.
And then it's like, whoa, Simba, you got some nice digs now. Mom went and got the rest of the kittens. Came to the restaurant.
Moving
The
in with your
restaurant's
brother.
like, whatever. Nobody's around here. Come on in. This is your home. So these cats lay all over the place, on the miniature trains and stuff like that. All of a sudden, this restaurant becomes popular
Well, why wouldn't it?
because it's like the kittens are there. And now they've adopted a lot of these kittens out. I think Simba is still their cat.
Oh, I think so. They
You know?
adopted, but they make a place where you can adopt as well.
And so it's almost like a cat cafe in a sense because now they're so popular and they adopt kittens because now they're taking in all these kittens that'll like need a place to go. It's the coolest thing. God used a stray cat to turn something around for this restaurant.
I think that's incredible. You never know. When that stray cat showed up, I'm sure they thought, do we take it in? Do we take it to a shelter? And they had a little nudge. Take it in.
And it's like,
And then see what happens.
Nobody's coming around here anyway. Got all this food.
Yeah.
What do we do? Now they sell cat stuff in their restaurant and all that other stuff. It's the neatest thing.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
Here's a thought. What is that thing that God actually used, to kind of turn you around? It's Rob and Liz. 800-447-7234. Destiny is here. What do you think?
I was raised in an abusive home. I was given up by my initial mother for adoption, who had a drug addiction and was an alcoholic, adopted by a person who abused me, and I grew up learning that love was never beneficial for me. So at the time I graduated from high school, and God got a hold of my heart, and he showed me what love really looked like in the absence of what human love offers. And when he did that, it changed who I am. Now, I am a person who not only loves him, but loves those around him and has endeavored to love who he loves. And I'm thankful that he took time to root love in my life outside of what man can offer.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
Pixie just loves to be in front of a camera. Anytime there's a camera, wants to be right in front of it, kind of mugging,
some people are just kind of addicted to a selfie. You got to have that phone. Got to hold it up a certain angle. Then you got to look up at it so that your chin doesn't go.
Well, I will say,
You know?
Pixie's not real good at the duck face. I will say, with the lips.
I'm
and the
not
whole
either.
thing.
I get that. I'm not.
Well, Pixie is a cat.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So Pixie's mama is named Abby, and Abby has to, especially during the pandemic, she was in front of the camera all the time doing the Zoom meetings and
Yeah.
the Google, all the stuff. And so Pixie, every time Abby would get on Zoom, Pixie would get up right there beside her in like on the desk or
A part
on
of the
her
meeting
shoulder.
now, huh?
But it wasn't like she was like, "Hey everybody, I'm Pixie. I like long walks on the beach." No, it was like, "What are you doing looking at my mama?" She would stare her down. She would stare people on Zoom down.
Oh, she looked right into the camera and just
Look right into the camera
Oh,
and
that's
almost
funny.
looks like she's furrowing the brows. You remember Grumpy Cat? Do you remember
Yeah.
that thing that was viral? Almost like Grumpy Cat because it was just looked like, this could have been an email. That was one of the memes they
Did we really have to zoom on this? Come on, people. I got a litter box to go to.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
Yeah, looking around the closet because I'm trying to move out the seasons, like get rid of the winter coats, get them in the attic, bring down, more tank top-ish and shorts and things like
because,
that.
we're in the dead of winter with snow that's about 18,000 inches around here.
We're in a transitional period with our fashion. So I've got to move some things out. There's a lot of stuff in there I don't even wear. Like, I don't even know where it came from, some of it. And I'm not the only one. A lot of people just seeing this have like $200 worth of clothes in their closet they have never worn and will probably never wear.
So you're seeing this yourself?
I am seeing this myself.
How do you have clothes in your closet that you don't even remember you have?
Because they get shoved to the back and some have still have the tags on them.
What?
I know.
How?
But when they
how
go
does-
on sale,
how?
because when they go on sale, if I see 75% off, I'm stopping for sure. If I see 90% off, you better believe I'm buying something. I'm getting something. And then you get it home and you're like, well, it doesn't look great for me, but I'll save it. Maybe my daughter will wear it. Maybe Ninja would like it in the future or something. And then I just never. I'm not the only one.
If you're new to the family, Ninja's our morning show producer, and she's really petite.
Yeah.
So,
Wait, what?
I'm not. No, don't read.
just saying.
Don't. No.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
I'm trying to see this, and I can't see this. You know John Legend?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
He's the guy that wrote that song about his wife.
All of me.
That one, yeah.
It's
That
a
seems
good
like
song.
everybody likes to
I
sing.
know.
They're looking at him, and they've actually thought of this 15 years ago, of him to play Arthur. Live action, the PBS show that just went off the air.
You don't see this?
I don't know.
150% I see this.
Are they going to do the ears thing on top of the head?
Well, they might.
I mean,
They might. But and little glasses. He's got the little round
he's got
glasses.
big round glasses.
Yeah.
The dude, John Legend,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
He looks like a cool dude to me.
Good looking guy.
Yeah.
But looks,
Does he want to do this?
Yeah,
This is a
I
thing
think-
he wants to do?
I think he's into it. And he's got
Oh,
a couple
okay.
of little kids. And so they would probably be all into this as well as him playing Arthur. But
So I've seen only a few of those shows, so I've never really gotten into Arthur.
my daughter used to watch it. I think the boys were into it not as much as she was. But yeah, I think 100%, 150% he could play this role. No problem whatsoever.
If they did live action Bob and Larry and VeggieTales,
Yeah? Oh.
who could play Bob and Larry? Live action. Not like in the outfits.
No, it'd have to be, they'd have to be,
I could be Bob,
but who's going to be Larry?
a round orange, or a round, but I could be the round tomato.
No, you could not.
So I can play Bob.
Oh my
Who would play Larry?
goodness.
That'd be some.
Jake.
Well, you're call. I'm talking about big time actors. Jake is a big time producer.
Oh, there you go.
He has to produce this thing.
So it's
But
you.
I will say, he is the skinny guy.
Yeah, he's a tall, skinny guy, right?
Yeah.
So he could definitely do that. You would not do the tomato.
Yeah, I look just like it. So what actor would do John Legend?
No.
Okay.
No, he needs to stay with Arthur. I'm trying to think of a big, tall.
Bob and Larry, the tomato people. I mean, the veggies.
Chris Hemsworth, Danny DeVito. Done.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
Tracy Hodges is like one of the coolest teachers around. She's a first grade teacher. Love first grade teachers. She is one of the funny teachers. And so
good.
when she teaches, the class laughs. She's always doing fun things. There's one day she's teaching, and all of a sudden she is physically feeling off. She's like, there's something that's wrong here. All of a sudden, in the middle of her lesson, she drops to the ground. She's having a full seizure. At first, these are first graders. These are 5, 6 years old. At first, they're laughing, going, oh, she's so funny. And then they realize something's wrong. I'm talking about 5th and 6th graders here. Now, back if I was in school, I would have just sat there going, oh, no, what do we do? Not these first graders. They got up, they helped her. Some ran out of the classroom and looked for the closest teacher, principal, anybody, saying, Mrs. Hodges needs help right now. Something is wrong. She's okay today. Wow. That was about a month ago. The police just recognized that whole class as Hodges Heroes.
Oh, good.
They have a label, Hodges Heroes, and has the date on their shirt. They have shirts now. Has the date that incident happened, which was back in January.
Think about how many of those kids are going to be inspired for the rest of their lives knowing that they helped save their teachers' lives. They didn't know what was happening. They may not have ever seen a seizure or heard of that before, but they knew something was wrong.
They went into action. They got news coverage all over. All these kids are on the news now. The sheriff's office, the police department, the fire department, the superintendent of schools went and recognized them at a rally as Hodges Heroes.
I hope it inspires future Hodges Heroes.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
Lent season's coming up. There's a lot of people that will not eat meat on Friday. Where do you find fish? You're wanting a Wendy's. Hey, they got fish now again.
Yeah, they decided, we'll bring it back. It's a crispy panko fish sandwich. It has cheese and pickles.
I don't even know what a panko fish is. I thought that was a game, panko.
No, that's plinko.
Oh.
That's something else.
Can you tell? I play a lot of games in life.
No, panko is like the breading that's on the outside of the square fish. But yeah, so.
That's breading.
I know.
I thought it was like a fish all of a sudden or a game.
No. A square piece of fish going down the little board.
I just caught myself. A panko fish.
It's a plinko fish. They brought it back because of Lent, and they said, because of people not going to eat meat, they're giving it up. Boom, you got your fish sandwich, and you can still come to Wendy's.
Huh. This sounds like a good practical joke to pull on somebody who doesn't go fishing a lot.
What would you do?
I don't say we're going to go fish for plinko. Plinko fish. Let's go on an expedition. If you don't catch a plinko fish, it's a fail.
Okay, so if you are talking to a fisherman and you're trying to pull a prank, and they're going to say, okay, so where are they? Where do we catch them? You got to be quick.
You just go out to the water and just put a line in and say, catch some plinko.
But what are they like? What are they going to bite? Because my son was schooling me on fishing yesterday. It's the only reason I know these things right now.
Make something up.
Oh, okay.
Say it's macaroni. Put macaroni on the end of your hook and say, this is going to catch some plinko fish.
Velveeta or just the plain craft?
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
I am so sorry. You drive by that gas station, you look at the price, and it's like depression hits. Oh, man. So much to fill up a tank. Gotcha. Got your back. We got your 6. Friday morning, okay? Gastonia. We're broadcasting live from the Bojangles parking lot. We're giving away free gas.
Free gas, and you could win.
Friday morning. We're going to take care of your tank and then some. All morning long, we're giving away the free gas. Friday morning, Liz and I will be at that Bojangles in their parking lot right across from Lowe's in the Best Buy in Gastonia on Franklin.
And the weather looks like it's going to be absolutely gorgeous. So it may even be when you wake up and you come out and join us. We're going to hear the birds chirping. Spring's coming alive, and we're going to be out in it.
Wow, listen to her prettying the whole thing up. That's so nice.
I'm so excited.
I kind of want to go just to hear birds chirp in Gastonia.
I just want warm weather and people, seeing people.
Not have to wear winter coats anymore.
Free gas.
A lot of free gas.
Yeah.
We'll serve tacos.
Will we?
Why not?
I mean, if you're making them.
Hey, it's free gas.